Good day everyone, a very warm welcome to you once again. My name is Nick on the zxspectrum 48K. I'm looking at a game called Race Fun. Yes, what a name. How comes that's never been used before? Anyway, it's Race Fun, published by Rabbit Software in 1983. It's a Formula 1 game of sorts, but it's not licensed in any way. There's no real names or teams here. Survive as long as you can, really. Game also came out on the Commodore 64 and the VIC-20. Takes inspiration, I presume, from games like Pole Position from the arcade from Namco in 1982. Let's divide some keys here. You know I'm going to do O, P, Q and A. Right, now, look on the left-hand side, my speedometer on the first dial. Underneath that is how much fuel I've got left. I have this red car going backward and forward. The screen will forever scroll vertically until I've run out of fuel. You see the points ticking up on the left there as well, down the almost bottom. And we must get as high amount as possible until our fuel runs out. Good. 1983. Who's the Formula 1 World Champion in 1983? I don't know, but some bright spark will probably say in the comment section below. Right, okay. So, the map here does go round and round in circles. You've got the open area, then you've got this narrow straight area, then you've got this diagonally drifting area. Oh, how blocky it is. Not based on any real life circuit that I'm aware of. Anyway, no positions here. It's not actually a race. It's just survive as long as you can. As I say, a bit like Pole Position. And the cars are weaving backward and forward like Pole Position. Now, Pole Position, it was a chase view. This is just top down. My favourite chase view game on the Spectrum of recent years is a homebrew 4K race refueled by Paolo Ferraris, yes, that's his real name, in 2005. This is back in the era. Now, it's scrolling quite well, but the car is flashing, so I don't know if that's a part of the programming there where it's redrawing it the whole time. The opponent's cars will be blue, green, or purple, I think. Anyway, I'm the red one. There's no damage to the car, so you can crash into stuff as much as possible. It will just cost you time. So accelerate as much as you possibly can. Probably best to hold back in that area. And now we're going to the open area, which is the easiest bit. So a little bit of respite here. Yes, cyan, black, blue, green, all the colours. I'm trying to think of Formula 1 cars that were magenta. Can't think of any. There was that pink car, wasn't there? Racing Point. Before that got bought and turned into the Alpine team. Good. You think with a name like Alpine, it'll be all white and snowy, but it wasn't. If you had this game back in the day, let me know. Rabbit Software did quite a few basic titles. This is very, very early. So if you had a zxspectrum, the rubber keyed one, it's possible this might have been one of your early games. You would have come out of playing that Through the Wall game on the Horizons tape that come with the zxspectrum, and then this would have been an advancement of that. It hasn't aged particularly well, but nice to see. As I say, it does scroll nice for a zxspectrum game, better than quite a lot of other ones which come later on. So it's done with a little bit of skill, this. Be interesting to see it on the Commodore 64. I don't think it'll play a great deal different. Whether it's got music in there, it'll definitely have a lot more colours. Probably have that mauve shading. I would have liked to see the border change colours ever so slightly. But you can see Checkered Flag, which didn't come a great deal of time after this one. And that is cockpit view, was much more advanced than this, although moving a little bit slower. And that's pretty much like being in the future. The gaming was getting more of our advanced back then. It was a really advanced curve, so games from 1985 would look a lot different from games from 1983, where coders were getting more used to the limitation of the Spectrum. I've run out of fuel completely, 19,014 points. So if you're going to play this game after me, let me know if you beat my score. I played the Death March, I didn't die or anything. Now, I don't know, the instructions are very, very brief. I don't know if you can stop and refuel at any point of this. It's making a big point there that I'm out of fuel there. There's no obvious pit stops. I don't think you can, but we'll try and stop either side at some places where it might be a pit stop place and see if we can actually refuel this car. Can't seem to refuel there in the blue bits. No, I don't think you can. I think you keep going on. If there is a pit stop bit that I don't know of and you found out, then let me know in the comment section below. Now, on the top left, you can see there's two squares. There's no pit stop there. Both of them white. Occasionally one goes green. I don't know why that should be. Whether that means you're taking damage or bashing into a car. It might be a proximity alert, but you don't need that because you can see it on the screen. Be interesting to see what a modern day coder can do with the original code of this game, to see what they can add, maybe turn it into a race, maybe give you different circuits there. That would be interesting to see. But it is what it is. It cost, incidentally, it cost £5.95, I believe, back in the day, which is quite expensive, but there wasn't too many other games around then, was there, to compare it against. And what it's attempted to do, it does well. It's Formula 1, it's always a popular subject, it's a Formula 1 car. I prefer Enduro on the Atari 2600, and as I said, the pole position games. Yeah, no refuelling going on there. What about those blue bits over here? Is that a refuelling place? No. Well, you can't completely stop the car, so it's not suggesting refuelling is an option. So that's probably cost me a little bit of time. Cars, as I say, not representative to any real-life team. If you're looking at a red car, you'd have to say Ferrari, but there's no teammate there to compare against. Who was Ferrari back then? I mean, I'm going to just say random names that might have been in the team. You got Nigel Mansell was there for a season or so, wasn't he? Alain Prost, Jean Alesi, Gerhard Berger, Ivan Capelli, and others. Right, Nicola Larini. 82. I'm not getting early enough to get there. I think my knowledge starts in like the mid 80s. The team I support, which I make no secret against, is McLaren. We're at time of recording. They got two drivers, one called Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, who are two fantastic young gifted drivers. For a long time, McLaren have been in the doldrums. When I first started supporting them, they had the Marlboro colours, the red and white colours, and Ayrton Senna was in the team, Gerhard Berger. And just before then, it was Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost, which had a bit of a rivalry. The car was absolutely fantastic. Later on, the car went silver. It was Mika Hakkinen, David Coulthard, then Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton. Then they went into a bit of into the depths and went to the back of the grid and been there for a long time. And now they're showing a bit of recovery with their orange livery, the papaya livery as they call it there. And yeah, you know, I hope for a few wins. I think Daniel Ricciardo was the last person to win. It was a fluke win in Monza a few years back. Yes, right, okay, but I'm continuing going on. I've wasted a bit of time there trying to get new fuel, which I can't possibly get. Put your favourite Formula 1 retro game below. I think mine is 4K Race Refueled, you know, which I've already mentioned. There was one in 2004 or 5, and then he did Refuel Plus, where he just went over it again and made the cars a bit bigger, made the angle slightly shallower, made a slightly better game. But both of them are absolutely excellent. Reviewed pole position on quite a few systems. I did beat my score there. Atari 2600, Spectrum, I think Commodore 64. There we go. I don't think it came out on the Mega Drive. I don't know why it's doing the Death March there. It makes me want to play the Wild Bunch, which is a great game, not a racing game, a Western choose your own adventure game on the Spectrum. Check that one out, where you're trying to clear your name and capture the 5 members of the Wild Bunch while being chased by the Pinkerton agent over 5 Western towns. Out a few again. Right, I'll have one last go. But you've seen how much the game plays. It's never expert gameplay, just seeing how you would have got on with the game back in the day. And because it is so simple and so easy to get into, now I play the games for stress busting, which serves that quite well. It's a memory defragger. I would have played it quite a lot because of its simplicity back in the day. If you're liking the ZX Spectrum stuff and this crazy commentary, then there's a lot of other reviews you might not have seen, unless you've been on the channel a long time. You might have seen all of them. Well done you. I certainly need the watch time. But if you want to see them, they're all in the playlist. To get there, you click on my username, takes you to the channel page. There, click on the playlist tab, and ZX Spectrum games will be there, along with a load of other systems. Hooray for that! Please subscribe if you haven't already. I always say that. I don't like to push the point too much. You don't want to seem like you're begging or anything. It's stress busting, and huge thank you to the members. If you want to find out what that's about, click on the members tab. There, it doesn't commit you straight away. You see what that twit has to say in the hat. Good. Want to get back to vlogging as soon as possible. Been through a bit of a tricky time over the last couple of years with work and all sorts of stuff. It's all to do with energy and perspective, having a clear mind. So I hope if you're going through a bit of stress and anxiety, which I do quite a lot, I hope this is helping you. And we've got a good community here, have had very similar things, and we bring it all to the fore, and we escape reality for at least for a little while as I go past that green car. Green cars, Aston Martin, of course. Jordan back in the day, where they had the 7-Up light livery, you might remember that. And Andre de Cesaris was one of the drivers that Jordan had when they was in green. at time recording. Aston Martin, who are green, have the amazing Fernando Alonso, Spanish driver who should have won the championship more than twice, which he has done because he's such a good driver for a long, long time. The oldest driver on the grid currently. And Lance Stroll, some say only driving because his dad owns the team. Alonso seems a lot better than him. There was a rumour that he was going to be a professional tennis player, leave to do that, but I'm not sure how far that's gone. If he's won 10 Grand Slams by the time you're watching this, then comment in the comment section below. And be a big old time-travelling, clever clubs. This is definitely my last go. So we're trying to beat, look at the score on the bottom left, we're trying to beat 19,014 points. You can do it. 8-bit, Formula 1, top-down, vertical scrolling, nincompoopery. That's it. Get that on a t-shirt if you're fat enough to hold it all in. Right. So the bits of the map, you've seen it, isn't it? There's this zigzaggy bit. There's this open bit which is its widest. Then it goes narrow, still straight, then zigzagging. That's it. It just keeps going round and round and round that bit. As I say, if you have found a way to refuel, let me know. But it doesn't look like it's possible. The instructions definitely don't say anything about refueling. So why have a refueling gauge? I don't know. Right, we're getting near the tie score here. I don't think I'm too far away from the maximum. I've had a few collisions, but if you can avoid collisions everywhere, the game doesn't save. Oh, I've got the high score. The game doesn't save your high scores. You'd have to write them on a bit of paper, or just remember. Check out that sound. Is it a Formula 1 car? Well, one at the back of the grid, maybe. Look at that. I've got a great score now. Fuel's almost run out. This is almost it, baby. There we go, 20,658. Well, for what it's worth, I quite like that game, basic as it is. Hasn't aged particularly well from a historical point of view. I really like the thing. But anyway, good. One of those ones you like and you don't know why. I suppose it's in the era, my favourite era of gaming, which is early 80s. That's probably what's triggered it. You know. It all depends when you're growing up, really. So, hope you liked having a look at that game. That was Race Fun. Was it fun? Well, I thought it was fun. Is it long-term fun? Not sure. But anyway, that was Race Fun on the ZX Spectrum, published by Rabbit Software in 1983. You can comment out this game, similar games, or anything retro. By all means, put that in the comment section below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
8-bit, Formula 1. Top-down, vertical scrolling, nincompoopery. That's it. Get that on a t-shirt